family, it's high time that we interact with Chris Webby on this here channel. You know, the only Chris Webby song that I think I've covered on this channel was a song with him and Ren, which was phenomenal and imaginative. I love what Chris Webby did on that hook. And I'm actually going to see Chris Webby live in Spokane next month. He's bringing Token with him. Token hit me up just a couple of weeks ago on Instagram to give me kind of a behind-the-scenes look at his recent drop, and I covered it on this channel, I'm Your Baby, so check that out as well. But I'm going to see them in concert, and I'm just recognizing, like, yo, I haven't interacted with Webby at all. And salute, because right in the nick of time, a patron hit me up on Patreon saying, look, bro, get into Chris Webby, particularly the one he just dropped called Raw Thoughts. Guys, we're going to be interacting with it right now. Without any further ado, Chris, please cook, sir.
Well, here we go again. Once upon a time in our rewritten history, 13 bloodlines rose to power wickedly. They came from ancient lands with depravity and vices, like usury and rape and ritual sacrifices. They worshipped evil gods, but they kept the secrets hidden as they infiltrated and hijacked other religions. They conquered other countries and they printed all the money while they plotted on a plan for the control of everybody.
So you see how Chris likes to kind of lower your defenses with the, you know, the baby music, that the bling 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 bling. It's like a wind-up toy for like a child, you know, the ballerina box music that he uses, and that's kind of to lower your defenses for story mode. And then he starts to unpack this horrendous thing. You know, I think that a similar story, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, was told by Arthur Kessler in a book called The 13th Tribe. You know, where you know, there was the Khazarian Empire before it was Russia. And the Khazarian Empire kind of made trade deals with, you know, different countries, and was kind of using religion in order to, you know, create these trading relationships. And then when Khazar became Russia, the Khazarians kind of bled down into areas like Poland and, yeah, you know. So what he's saying, I mean, if you know, I don't know whether Chris Webby is a conspiracy theorist, but when you get down into some of this stuff, a conspiracy theory doesn't necessarily mean that it's false. I'm saying a bit too much. I'm going to go back. I'm going to let him cook a little bit.
Other countries, and they printed all the money while they plotted on a plan for the control of everybody. And here we are now, still on the same path, with the devil in the details. You could do the math. Only God's got the map, with the one road back. On the human racetrack, we passed the last lap with your pedophiles. And
he says there's only one road back. Who is he talking about? What's the road? Because, I mean, it sounds very Christianese. Pardon my French. When he says there's only one road back, you know, Jesus says there's only one path that leads to the Father, and that is through me. Is that what Chris is referring to? Let me know in the chat if Chris Webb is a Christian, or if he is my fellow mystic. Let me know.
Illuminati puppets operating in the shadows like roaches evading justice, subliminally teaching the wicked ways to the public, whether we knew it or not. Now we're all a product of it. See, they desecrated nature and set fire to the wilderness, filled us with their poison and they wired us for sinfulness, stole our ancient knowledge and left us broken and ignorant, and stole our sons and daughters and fed on the stolen innocence.
Jeez, bro, let me tell you something. Chris Webby can really rap. And what's dope about Webby is that it seems, I mean, the only two tracks that I've interacted with Webby is this one and the one with him and Ren. And in both of those, he is expressing a lot while remaining really impressive as a lyricist. I mean, let me know if that, you know, if Chris Webby just kind of stays in this bag, because I'm really enjoying that.
Ancient knowledge and left us broken and ignorant, and stole our sons and daughters and fed on the stolen innocence. They groomed our behavior and turned us on our neighbors, took away our promise and offered us false saviors. But something's gotta give when you're ruled by the takers, and in the end, us and them will meet the same maker. So I dedicate the song to those who lost their life and paid the price to tell the truth for what they thought was right. Those who up against the odds answered for the call to fight. And now it's time that the fucking darkness is brought to light.
Before he cooks, He says, you know, they turned us on our neighbors, right? You know, Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself, right? When Adam saw Eve, he says, this is now flesh of my flesh, blood. When Adam saw Eve, he saw himself. He didn't see a distinction between him and the neighbor. But to turn on your neighbor is to make the same mistake that Cain made after he killed Abel and said, am I my brother's keeper? Aren't I a different thing? Don't I live in my own private reality over and against everyone who opposes me? Right? Who facilitated, I think according to Webby, there was somebody in the shadows facilitating that kind of idea. Right? In the biblical narrative, this would be Satan himself, right? The temptation to identify with the transient. I'm going to let him continue to cook, but understand he's cooking with grease.
Call to fight, and now it's time that the fucking darkness is brought to light. Don't get distracted.
You notice he says, don't get distracted as he's starting to play like circus music. Boom, 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 right? Don't get distracted. Meaning, don't let your guard down, right? Don't let your guard down just because of that music. He's about to really, really step on you. Listen.
Don't get distracted. It's time to load this chamber.
Right.
And aim at the head of the monster now. So go and grab a slice of Pizzagate. John Podesta's here to serve you each a plate. Tony's pouring fresh adrenochrome you really need to taste.
Nah, bro, Webby can really rap. Let's just say it. Can we just say that Webby can really, really rap? He's one of those.
Hey, John Podesta's here to serve you each a plate.
Right.
Tony's pouring fresh adrenochrome you really need to taste. And Barack bought the hot dogs for over 60K. In just a single day, that's what our taxes went to pay. Careful though, he'll take you paddleboarding if you tell his secrets. And stay away from his husband, she's meaner than he is. And Bill Gates is over there with a syringe and gloves, cause he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks their blood.
Wait a second. Wait. Wait, no, he didn't. He didn't do that. I refuse to believe it. I need to hear it again.
Take you paddleboarding decay. And just adrenochrome you really need to taste. And Barack bought the hot dogs for over 60K.
And Barack, he's talking about Obama, right?
In just a single day, that's what our taxes went to pay. Careful though, he'll take you paddleboarding if you tell his secrets. And stay away from his husband, she's meaner than he is.
He'll tell you, so he's calling Michelle Obama Barack Obama's husband. And listen, this is, you know, Jesus H. Lord. And so, look, I think that kind of line does the trajectory of this song a disservice. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? Because people, as they're listening, people like me, minds like mine, I'm a free thinker. I consider myself a free thinker and a skeptic. So as I'm listening to this deep understanding that he seems to have about how we lost our way as humanity, to refer to Michelle Obama as a man, whether it's a joke or whether he truly believes it, that isn't a genuine line. It's not a line in the spirit of educating. You know, it's like if he's using that as a joke, then it's like, okay, I wonder what else is a joke about what he's saying. I wonder how much I should take seriously, right? And if I don't take anything seriously, I can still enjoy the song because it is a bop. I mean, there are certain things he's saying that's non-controversial, but to throw that line in there, just like, all right, so now I really have to, I can no longer simply be a student. I think that was a mistake, that bar.
And Bill Gates is over there with a syringe and gloves, cause he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks their blood. And who's that chewing on a pineal gland? Oh, that's just Hillary with all that frazzle drip on her hands. That's red-handed. And there's Bill with jizz on his pants. Galena wipe the stains when they're playing from Israel land.
Okay, listen. So I was naive. Clearly it's about to just get way worse. After I thought that it couldn't get way, it just gets way worse. Continue cooking.
Someone grab the spirit cooker if you looking for the gravy. Abramovich, who is not a witch. Well, maybe. And Gaga don't drink the goo-goo from little babies. That's crazy. She's honestly a really nice lady. And look, it's Kevin Spacey right off the set of a movie. He shot in his basement with a child and George Clooney. Weinstein funded it. Spielberg directed it. And Bono made the music and sang at a kid's benefit.
One thing that you gotta love about Webby, though, regardless of whether, because, you know, you know, I had a mind. I was like, where do I categorize Webby? Is this truly revolutionary thought? Is he up there with the immortal techniques, let's say, right? To where he's genuinely educated and trying to, use rap in order to sprinkle some cheese on our vegetables so that we'll eat the vegetables, right? Is he that kind of mind, or is he just a boundary pusher for the sake of hip hop, almost like an Eminem? And I'm leaning towards the latter. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to have the conversation.
Steam funded it, Spielberg directed it, and Bono made the music and sang at a kid's benefit. And George H.W. Bush is pulling the car up with every man in his family, even Barbara. Ellen's on the way from Diddy's house with Sean Carter. Cause here at Comet Ping Pong, the club is what you're part of. Oprah's on the way, but she'll be late. She's stuck in human traffic. We'll just have to film the sacrifice and show it to her after. Go and throw it on a lacy driver. Don't be losing it.
Guys, listen, I have backstage passes to Chris Webby. I have the passes. My buddy got us tickets to see Webby, right? And we have backstage passes. We have like passes where I guess we get to play video games with Webby. Everything. I'm gonna ask him these things. I'm gonna see if I can, maybe turn the phone on, maybe get a little mini interview with Webby. Ask him like, listen, are you out of your mind, or are you, what's happening, sir? What's going on? What's making you rage against the machine in this way? Are you just seeing whether you can still do that and what the consequences will be socially, politically, what have you? Or are you a free spirit who's just willing to pop off at the mouth at anything that pops into his mind? Respectfully, continue cooking.
Where's Anthony Weiner's computer? I thought that Huma had it. Just relax, take a nap with that guy in the Biden mask. Even if they catch us, we'll be fine. Just give it time to pass. Jeffrey's got our back. This shit is under control.
Just relax, take a nap with the guy in the Biden mask. Just relax, take a nap with the guy in the Biden mask. Even if they catch us, we'll be fine. Just give it time to pass. Guys, he's lacing these bars with a lot of substance.
He reports directly to the people running the show. Well, gee, who could that be? What a mystery. Even with the evidence, there's not a single hint to see. And these conspiracies have been mistaken all along. So I guess we'll never know just what is really going on.
Yes. Take Webby. Take him. So that I can return to a state of blissful ignorance. Please pull him. Yeah, take him. Thank you, sir. Take him. Take him. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Continue, Chris Webby.
These have been mistaken all along, so I guess we'll never know just what is really going on. But before you call it,
I guess we'll never know what is really going on. We see you, sir.
Anti-Semitism, try to listen and think how I said those families infiltrated religions. At the head of every snake is a servant of Satanism. Shit, the Vatican been human trafficking since the beginning.
So of course you hear the doo 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 doo. You hear the bat mitzvah music. Yeah, he's blaming Israel. He's blaming the Jews. You remember I brought up Arthur Kessler, the 13th tribe? I believe Arthur Kessler is an Ashkenazi Jew. He didn't, and the 13th tribe is about, listen, if you want to get the book, get the book. Oh, jeez, Webby. Webby, you're opening up a can of worms, Webby. Oh, God. Shout out to Piper Boy Williams. Okay, continue.
One little country has become their seat of power, where they plot on pandemics and wars and twin towers. Babylonian Talmudism has been their recipe, and they've been sacrificing the fucking children for centuries. And they don't give a fuck about us. We're just goy, cattle, subhuman, only here to be destroyed and extorted and abused and ruled over with lies. But don't forget, guys, they're our greatest allies.
Ooh-wee.
Oh man, this song is gonna get me in some fucking trouble.
Absolutely, it's gonna get. Wait, are you crazy?
That Khazarian mafia's watching you with the fallen angels and Nephilim. It's time to rid society's closet of all the skeletons. So let me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him with the rest of them. Anyone taking cookies out of Epstein's jar Every Rachel Chandler handler in Epstein's car. And if he's really still alive, his judgment will come when he's mono with God. That's an Epstein bar. We gotta break the mind control in these secret societies that kept us locked in our perception. Then they threw away the keys, making sure we never leave, and that everyone we see are incriminated, guilty celebrities on the screen.
See, listen, look. You know, you remember what he said about Michelle Obama, right? What he said, you know, Michelle Obama is Barack Obama's husband. Ha, ha, ha. I don't think that Webby genuinely believes that. At least I hope not. But maybe the reason he said it is so that what he's allowed to talk about, he wants to push the wall that way. He wants to push the boundaries that way so that he can speak about things and people... so that it's normal to talk about certain things. He wants to normalize these conversations, and they can't be normalized if the boundaries can't be pushed. At least that's how I'm treating that.
Who've been living double lives in the company of snakes, with the fucking balls to laugh at it right in front of our face. And it's hard when we grew up to love a lot of these stars, but it's time we see the monsters for exactly who they are. And fully cut ties with the idols of our youth, cause our childhood heroes have been hiding from the truth. But the reckoning is coming, ain't no running from the proof. So give every sick fuck at the pizzeria a noose. At the all white parties, show up in black, pulling up.
Yo, bro, listen to me. Webby can rap, though. Webby can really rap, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of getting like goosebumps as he's really kind of rapping, because he has so much conviction about it. You know what I mean? He's like, he really wants to make a change with what he's talking about. And I mean, listen, I'm one of those guys that's always going to say on this here mic, I'm always going to say, focus on the things which you can control. You know, I don't spend a lot of time meditating on Epstein and, you know, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and the whole world order of multi-trillionaires who own islands. And, you know, I want to, and look, maybe that's just not my lane. My lane is to spread wisdom to my family and to my sphere of influence. I meet at the Spokane Library every other week to have discussions with people right here in my neighborhood and have those discussions spread out to the wider community. So not everything is necessarily your lane. I respect Chris Webby for putting himself out there, getting millions of views, talking about things, you know, speaking truth to power in the public eye. You have to salute that. Damn. Continue cooking.
Hard when we grew up to love a lot of these stars, but it's time we see the monsters for exactly who they are. And fully cut ties with the idols of our youth, cause our childhood heroes have been hiding from the truth. But the reckoning is coming, ain't no running from the proof. So give every sick fuck at the pizzeria a noose. At the all white parties, show up in black, pulling up the eyes wide shut in a ski mask. Kerosene in hand while I'm flicking a lit match, and burn it all down till it's nothing but ash. Raw thoughts. Now it's feeling like the whole world's cursed. The devil lurks while he ushers in this hell on earth. And a one world government's looming out in the distance. A new world order is coming for the resistance. Well, all we do is bicker till it's ripping us apart, as the globalists controlling us are stripping us for parts, while they reset the score on the brink of world war. As I look around, I don't recognize it anymore. Feel a wheeze from the geoengineering on the breeze, while they blocking out the sky right in front of us to see. Fucking with us with the frequencies of 5G, interacting with the graphene from the vaccines. And the food that we eat is poisoned down to the seeds. Hard to even call it food when Pfizer's making the cheese.
Guys, all of this stuff, listen to me, hear me out. and it's going to sound irrelevant, but it's not irrelevant. When Cain killed his brother Abel, right, it did something to him psychologically. He went out and he established a city. Cain had a son named Enoch, and Enoch established the city of Nod. The word Nod means wandering, right? We've gone from a state of peace and serenity and the knowledge that we are not individuals, but we are the entire thing. The ancient mystics would say Atman is Brahman, the Vedic tradition, right? Atman, this private ego of yours, is actually Brahman. It's actually the whole thing. And we've gone from that to this limited way of thinking, of me seeing myself as an individual, the I am not my brother's keeper idea. and that idea of Nod, the city of Nod, which is wandering, right? Our minds just wander, and we can't reach peace. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's a temptation when you see the evil and the corruption of the world, when you see what all of this wandering has done to the world, there's a temptation to join it and to say, this is wrong, this is bad, this is what they're doing, this is what's happening, this is what's and respect to you if you can use your mind to project, to spit in the face of power in that way. But it's going to take a whole heck of a lot of energy. And it looks like Chris Webby is here for it.
Food that we eat is poison down to the seeds. Hard to even call it food when Pfizer's making the cheese. While the algorithm focused us on how we disagree, they've been building us a prison with digital IDs. So this ain't an act of violence, it's an act of defiance. It's a fucking middle finger to these pedophile tyrants. A reminder to the rebels who won't give them their compliance. When the pressure's on, never getting threatened into silence. And still hit the field while the home team's losing. Keep a cool head through the cries and confusion. Keep an open mind.
You know what I'm saying? He talks about pedophiles on top. He says, these millionaire, billionaire pedophiles, right? Has there ever been a time in human history where rich and powerful people didn't prey on the vulnerable? I don't know that humanity has changed. The thing that has changed is the access to surveillance. The fact that we can see it, the fact that it's in front of our faces now, it's like a bigger slap in the face because there used to be this blissful ignorance about it. But all throughout history, the rich and powerful have been preying on the vulnerable. I don't know if there's a big change.
Through the lies and illusions and try to be a good human. So one last time, this the finale, put it to bed, because after this there won't be nothing left to be said. And I hope that after all of this, at least I made you think. That was always my intention for sharing what's in my head. It was never about the vision, I just needed y'all to listen and wake the fuck up from this nightmare that we live in. So hate or love it, if I got you to question the system with all these raw thoughts, then I accomplished the mission. And the thoughts were my own. In a world where the loudest opposition is controlled, I don't claim to have the answer. Really, all I've ever known is I gotta speak on it if I feel it in my bones. I've been right about a lot of things, wrong about some others. Shadow banned and demonized, still I never stuttered. Cause from the very start, I just said what's in my heart. So one last time, raw thoughts, motherfucker.
Bro, let me tell you something. I'm going to be in the front row for that track. Guys, I love how he ended it. He's like, listen, of course, I'm just as tossed by the winds of false media narratives as anyone else. He's saying what I want to do ultimately is to get you to really think and to start taking your ideas off of autopilot. Right? Usually, it's like, yeah, whatever my side feeds me, whether I'm on the left or whether I'm on the right, I'm consuming it. Yep, voting blue, no matter who, voting red, no matter what. It's like the Democrips and the Bloodlickens. And, he wants us to untether ourselves from those teams and really be team humanity again, respectfully.